everybody, Elirra here. So today I'm going to do a showcase on the Laharpes and the, what is it called? Adharcaiin. That's how I'm going to say it. I don't know how, either of them are pronounced, but that's how I'm going to say it. So let's get started with the Adharcaiin. The Adharcaiin is a tier 3 semi-aquatic carnivore. The species is available in the Robux gacha for 150 Robux. The stored version is available in the Shoom shop for 1,125 Shooms. I think it's important to be aware that in the Robux gacha there are 3 creatures right now, so your chance of getting it isn't 100%. So I think that's something important to know. The description states that the Adharcaiin is a deadly, water-dwelling predator that is not shy and hunts for sport. They are reclusive and elusive, living among the bottom of the kelp forest, waiting to drag down and drown its victims. So for you role players out there, the creature behavior is as follows. Adharcaiin is a mindless, droning creature whose intentions are mysterious and malicious. It is feared by most residents of Sonaria and is generally a very elusive and rare creature. When it emerges from the murky depths of lakes and swamps, it stalks and murders creatures for fun. It generally lacks any hunger and feeds very rarely. Most hunts are done simply out of boredom. It features a large set of fangs on both the upper and lower jaw, while the rest of its teeth are large, crudely sharpened molars that look as if they're made to eat leaves. It does not seem to be of natural origin, featuring stitches and buttons along its body and wood-like ball joints that enable its movements. Its lantern glows eternally, producing a chilling, screaming sound when the Adharcaiin is enraged. Its long horn and cleft hooves are used to impale its targets. It is a merciless hunter. One of the most horrifying behaviors of the Adharcaiin is that it lures its prey with its lantern, then drags its victims into the depths of the ocean and allows it to bleed out and asphyxiate slowly. Once killed, the Adharcaiin feeds on the carcass, specifically the heart of the creature. Its said souls are held in its lantern-like container that hangs from its horns. The Adharcaiin appears to resemble a plushie and a unicorn with river-like colors and seaweed near its neck and tail. Now, keep in mind, mine is not default, obviously, but this is the description nonetheless. A lantern and shackle can be seen on its horns and left hoof. It also has a hollow torso revealing possible previous prey. On its tail, it has many seaweed remnants, making it look like it's been living in the swamp for years. The abilities that Adharcaiin have are Berserk, which is an ability that boosts. When hitting a player who has Wisp's Curse whilst Berserk is active, the Berserk user's damage will increase by 5% per hit, capping at a maximum of 150% damage. This damage boost only applies to individuals afflicted with the Wisp's Curse, both the extra damage and counting up by 5%. If a player without Wisp's Curse is hit, nothing will happen other than normal damage, and the boost will not go up by 5%. Berserk lasts for 30 seconds. Wisp's Curse is a status effect that renders the player vulnerable to Berserk attacks. It has 10% chance of applying, and the randomizer is rolled each time the player bites a creature that has Berserk active. When applied, the curse lasts for 30 seconds. Adharcaiin also has Bleed, which is a passive ability that's applied through melee attacks and will gradually damage targets percentually while blocking normal health regeneration. Currently, Bleed is ineffective on small quantities when it can be healed even while moving. While stationary, targets with Bleed are limited to a max of 30, but when they're moving, it can stack up to 60. At around 1 to 10 Bleed, it deals 1 times damage every 3 seconds. At around 11 to 20 bleed, it decreases stamina regeneration by 25%. More than that, and it decreases stamina regeneration by 50%. Damage done by bleed is increased the more bleed effect you are suffering. Bleed damage only stops if you are gravely injured, below 13 to 10% of health, and you are sitting or laying down. Adharcaiin also has bleed defense, which is a passive ability that allows creatures to resist the effects of bleed. If a creature's bleed defense is 100%, then they are immune to bleed done by melee direct attacks. A little trivia about Adharcaiin. The concept was by Bella, or Malarkey, on the Creatures of Sonaria Discord. Adharcain's name is Scottish Gaelic origin. The first part, Adharc, means horn, while the third syllable, Cain, is derived from the word snaithane, which means thread, though it isn't completely the same as the real word. Adharcaiin is indeed based on the Kelpie, which originated in Scottish folklore. Originally, it is a shapeshifter creature that lures unsuspecting prey into the water and devours them, specifically their liver. Adharcaiin bears similarity in the fact that it is a water horse that also drowns its victims. Adharcaiin is additionally based on a ball-jointed doll. It is not intended to be metallic, and its joints are made of wooden material. All aspects of Adharcaiin are organic except for the metal chains and lanterns that hang from it. When Malarkey was making the concept, it was going to be more adorable, but later was changed to something much more sinister. Its animations are as follows: run, sit, play, cower, and aggro. I really like that when it lays down, it twitches some. If you just watch, yeah, see those little twitches? I really like that. The calls are as follows: broadcast, friendly, aggro, and talk. Okay, that's it for Adharcaiin, and now we're going to move on to the Laharpes. I will be back in just a moment with my creature. All right, so I am back with the Laharpes. The Laharpes is a tier 4 terrestrial carnivore that is obtained in the Valentine's Gacha during the Valentine's event. It is a limited event species that first appeared in the Valentine's event of 2022. Keep in mind that the gacha for this creature has 5 different Valentine's creatures in it, and is 3,000 per roll. The stored version, however, is available in the Shoom shop for 1,875 shooms. The description states that the Laharpes is a magnificent and proud creature, able to produce beautiful yet haunting notes through its horns and tail. It uses these melodies to serenade creatures behind itself, leading them to their mysterious fates. Now, the creature behavior for you role players is Laharpes is a silent predator aside from the music it plays. Music is played by vibrations to shake the strings. The notes aren't perfect, but pleasing enough to attract nearby creatures and have them follow Laharpes. It's possible to attract something either too powerful and possibly die to their own mistake to attract prey. Parents play music to encourage their young to follow them. Baby Laharpes don't have fully developed instruments. They try to play along with their parents but sound out of tune. The babies sound like someone smacking a harp. The male Laharpes has horns on the side of its face and armor on its hind legs. Females have two symmetrical harps on their back tail and lack the armor on the hind legs that the males have. The abilities of the Laharpes are as follows. Dazzling Flash. Dazzling Flash is an active ability using the ability controls that generate a quick, bright, white flash that grants the user a small speed boost and causes nearby creatures to experience confusion and tunnel vision. The Laharpes has Bleed, which I explained while I was doing the Adharcaiin. They also have Bleed Defense, which I also explained there. A little trivia about Laharpes. The concept is by Jackson Burb on the Creatures of Sonaria Discord. It's modeled by Jackson Burb. Laharpes is inspired by harps, musical instruments, predatory birds, cupids, and arrows or bows. It came out with the Ardor Warden. Its animations are as follows. Run. Ooh, I hate these cactuses. Okay. Run. Sit. Lay. Cower. And aggro. The calls are as follows. Broadcast. Friendly. Aggro. And talk. That's it for the Laharpes. So I'm going to be giving away one of each of these creatures. The giveaway will end on the 26th of February whenever I get around to posting the results. There's no set time. That's it for me. Thanks for watching my long showcase. Be kind to one another, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!